Hi everyone and welcome to Aikido Flow. Today, after many requests, we are finally going to be looking at some self-defense issues facing women. So let's take a look. Self-defense isn't worth the paper it's written on if it doesn't work for women. And a lot of the times we tell women to run, and that's all very nice and well, but when you're working in London and you're wearing tight skirts all day and you have high heels to work with, how are you gonna run? I mean, let's get real, you wouldn't outrun a one-legged puppy on Prozac. So I was walking home one night in Paris, and it was winter, it was quite dark, and luckily enough, I was walking on a street that was quite well lit, and there were a lot of shops around. And I noticed that someone was possibly kind of following me, and I didn't feel too safe, and I didn't want to go home and have to lock the door behind me because I didn't want the person to know where I was going. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go in one of these shops. Luckily, I knew the shop owners from that street, and I think it's really important as a woman to make some friends on your way home, different shops and things. And I went in there, and he was really sweet, bless him. He went on the threshold of his shop and had a look at the guy, basically just to see what he was doing and if he was still there waiting for me. Turns out he was. So thank God for the shop owner who nicely told me to go out the back, which I was able to do, and therefore I wasn't attacked by that person who was just waiting for me outside the shop. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is what not to do, what might come instinctively to us, but is actually quite dangerous and might give them the idea that we are feeling really threatened and we are an easy target. First thing I want to do if I'm feeling threatened and scared is to go back into my shell. Especially if the person tries to make contact, I'm going to be walking backwards, which is a big mistake because it shows them that they have already managed to scare me. So the position he's in now leaves him quite exposed in the groin area, so why not use that, right? Now he's bending forward. What you can do is just smack in the head here and just keep going. What's really important is that you just keep moving forwards, moving towards him. Another time when I felt quite threatened when I was walking on the street dark at night, it was, I was in London and I was walking home and the street was quite deserted, and I was walking on the sidewalk and there were lights where I could see my reflection, and I saw someone coming in front of me on the other sidewalk, and I looked at my reflection and I saw them turn around and start walking behind me. So I took out my phone and I pretended to be calling my boyfriend and telling him, I'm on my way, I'll be downstairs in 2 minutes. And that's what I did. And at the next right turn, the guy turned right because he thought that I was going to meet someone and I wasn't an easy target. Let's see what we could have done, what could have happened.
Yeah.
So again, it's having to go against your instinct, because here my instinct is telling me I want to be able to breathe. He has his hand right here on my throat and I feel threatened. I feel like I'm not going to be able to breathe, and I want to almost make myself bigger and taller and be able to breathe better, which is really stupid because it's giving him a lot more balance, and I'm on my tiptoes and I'm really not in any safe position. First thing you want to do is the exact opposite of what I did earlier. You want to make yourself low and you want to bring your chin in so that you can still breathe. If you move your hips a tiny bit to the left, you might not even have to do that if the guy is big and tall, but if you have to, move your hips a bit and then punch him in the stomach. You grab the side of the hand and you twist and you freed yourself. Now he's in the perfect position to get another kick in the groin, so let's do that. And then once you're here, grab the elbow, keep it at a 45-degree angle, or 90-degree rather, and you bring him to the ground. No self-defense move is going to work if you don't pay attention to what's going on around you. A lot of the times people don't assume that you are going to be a hard target, that you have your wits about you and that it's going to be difficult to attack you. They pick certain women because they think that it's going to be easy to either steal their bag or their phone or do something to you. Don't be that target. Be smart. Have your wits about you. Look around and be smart and stay safe. I'll see you on the next video.